The ongoing tensions between Iran and the United States appear to reflect a situation in which both sides, driven by national dignity and political interests, are effectively sacrificing civilians and soldiers. If a ceasefire can be achieved, casualties and injuries would immediately decrease and civilian safety would improve. In addition, the global economy and oil markets could stabilize and refugee crises would no longer expand. This is why countries around the world continue to call for a ceasefire. However, it is clear that the lack of trust, incomplete objectives, and political pressure make it difficult to implement a ceasefire in practice. Therefore, for a ceasefire to take place as expected, international mediation and a well-structured ceasefire agreement are essential. Such a ceasefire agreement must clearly define the timing and locations of the ceasefire, restrictions on weapons, and monitoring mechanisms, while also incorporating trust-building measures. Furthermore, it must be recognized that a ceasefire does not mean the end of war. A follow-up peace agreement is essential. Iran's nuclear issue should be resolved under the guidance of the United Nations, while international security arrangements should be established in the Strait of Hormuz, and political disputes should be addressed through dialogue. Past successful ceasefires provide important lessons for today. The Egypt-Israel relationship began with a ceasefire agreement and later evolved into the Camp David Accords, achieving long-term stability. In the Vietnam War, the Paris Peace Accords led to the end of U.S. involvement. In Colombia and Northern Ireland, the combination of ceasefire and peace agreements significantly reduced conflicts. These lessons show that a ceasefire alone is not sufficient. Only through a combination of trust, international mediation, and follow-up peace agreements can wars truly be ended. In the case of the Iran-US conflict, rather than providing military support, the international community should engage in coordinated mediation efforts. If pursued along this path, it could bring a meaningful turning point for regional and global stability. This editorial presents a perspective in favor of peace.